folks, this is Mike Haley7. Today is February 8th, 2016. It's a Monday and I'm on my way home. I always take the long way when I have the bike. Or at least I try to. So as I ride home here today, I'd like to talk a little bit about friendship. What kind of friendships do you have in your life? What kind of friendships have you had in your life that you might not have anymore? Or what kind of friendships do you want to have? I thought that might be an interesting thing to ask you. When I was a little kid, my first best friend was this kid named Jimmy Hayes. We hung out a lot when I was a little kid, from the age of 3 until the age of 7. We went, exploring the neighborhood and playing around, that kind of stuff. Big wheeling, t-ball games kind of thing. And then I moved to Lynn from Somerville. I made a couple other friends, when I moved to Lynn. And they were like before, the kind of kids you'd play games with. You play G.I. Joes. You go hiking in the local little forest. You play guns, that kind of thing. I had these other friends that I used to ride my bikes with all the time. We'd go miles and miles and miles. Nobody else was doing that kind of thing back then. We'd get on a little 10-speed or 3-speed or whatever, and we would ride 12, 15 miles one way and then back again. And I was like 10, 11, 12 years old. Nobody did that then. Nobody does it now at that age. That's probably where I got my love of motorcycling from. I like being on two wheels and exploring far away. I just don't feel like pedaling my ass there and back. It's more of a laziness thing than anything. I always envy those guys that say, I've been riding a motorcycle since I was an embryo. Well, not me. Then, of course, you go to school, you get school friends. Some of the friends you had when you were a little kid might stay friends with you. And some of the school friends you had might stay friends with you. I've got 3 in particular that I stayed friends with since I was age 11. One's a big-time Hollywood animator type guy. You've seen his movies. If you ever watch the Christmas specials involving Shrek, he's the guy that wrote and directed them. Came from my humble little hometown of Lynn, Mass. Another best friend, Matthew. He's in Beverly, Massachusetts now. Has a wife and a family. He's doing great. Hasn't changed a bit. He's awesome. And then my friend Monique, my first love. Now just a friend of mine. Like a sister to me, really. She's a French teacher in New Jersey. There's a video I did years ago of her. You'll see her picture if you look at that old video. I think it's like How I Became a Teacher, part 1 and 2. So I'm still friends with them. But the friendship has evolved as it ought to, because one friend lives in California, the other one lives in New Jersey, the other one lives in Massachusetts, and I live in North Carolina. But we're still friends, and when this kind of friendship's my favorite. You don't see each other for like 5 years. Then you meet up and you hang out, and it's like no time has passed at all. It's the best. You pick up where you left off. And with the advent of Facebook, it's even better. you're even that more connected. So that's one of my favorite types of friendships. You get work friendships too. I'm friends with a guy named Alan. I used to work with him in Boston as a teacher. He's still a friend of mine. We communicate on Facebook a lot. I always enjoyed his company. He's now the executive director of a huge program in Boston, so I'm very proud of him. A guy from the north of England who's done well for himself. Then you got friends that you kind of pick up along the way, and those are the ones that seem to be the most transient. They're with you for a while and then they're not. Usually it's situational, kind of like a work friend or a social meetup friend, like Red Sox meetup friend, or some kind of other social thing. You go to a party and you make friends with somebody. I had quite a few of those. I had one guy named John in Hawaii. We were great friends. He moved on in life and I didn't fit anymore and he didn't talk to me anymore. And I don't mind. It's hard to maintain friendships at long distance, and he moved to Florida and I was in Hawaii. And that was before Facebook, so. Then you got Facebook friends. And those are the ones, you know, you accumulate over time, kind of like the motovlogger subscriptions. My plaque subscriptions. They just kind of build up over time. A lot of them are my former students, but they're just friends that you have. Some of them I talk to all the time, some of them I don't. One guy I talk to, well, I don't really talk to him a whole lot, but he's a friend of mine on Facebook. He friended me. And when I was in junior high school and high school, I did not like him at all, and he had no opinion of me. He was the A crowd. He was the jock, the 300-pound bench lifting football player who picks on, you know, the weaker ones. And then he grew up and turned into a hippie, and now he's all about love and friendliness. So, you know, there's that one side like, oh, begrudgingly I'll be your friend, but you were a dick to me. On the other side, like, I'm proud of you that you've come full circle on that thing, or not full circle, you've gone half circle, thank God. Full circle, you'd be back to being an asshole. So that's nice. I'm glad that people evolve over time, and I can see past things that we did when we were younger. At a certain point, we're all so friggin' old. All those things go out the window. That's not who we are anymore. And that's for better and for worse. Some of the people I was really close friends with when I was younger, I don't want to be friends with them anymore. They turned into people that I just don't like. And then family friends. They're your family, but they're also your friends. Because, I don't know about you, but there are some members of my family over time that I've realized, you know what, if we had just met out in the world and we weren't related to each other, I wouldn't want to be your friend. So there's those as well. Let's see if I can get in some trouble. Let's just pretend you didn't see that, shall we? Every once in a while you gotta let the cobwebs out, you know what I mean? And I think some friends come in and go out and come back in again, even family members. I think the key for me has been to be flexible. My mom told me this. She said, people will come into your life and go out of it again. And that's all part of the natural progression of life and relationships. So don't fret about it. And that was good advice. I don't fret about it. Some friends, you make an extra effort because they mean so much to you. My mom called those the diamonds. Those are the ones you hold close to you. You value them like you value diamonds. I thought that was a nice analogy, and it's true. There are some friends that just mean the world to me. I'm glad they got rid of those piles of crap there so I can see around the corner. So what kind of friendships are your favorite? What is your view on friendships? Do you have the same like me? I don't have that many friends that I talk to like locally, partly because I'm not from here, partly because of age. I've already got all the friends I wanted to make, I made. The friends that I have, I'm happy with them. I don't need to go make more friends. Maybe when I get older, I'll go find more friends when I have more time. I don't know. We'll see. I just find that my what I'm looking for is pretty specific. And I guess that's one of the reasons I don't have a lot of friends. But at least I've honed it down. And it's okay. I don't mind. I like kind of hanging out on my own. Thank God for Facebook. That's all I can say. A lot of you guys are like, what? Yeah, I know. I actually like Facebook. All those superficial friendships? Yep. All the socializing I need. With no calories. Alright folks, this is Mike Haley 7. I will talk to you later. Have a wonderful day. Evening, whatever. Be safe out there. Thank you again for being a subscriber. Talk to you later.